As we gaze up at the night sky, the moon has always held a special place in our collective imagination. For centuries, it has inspired poets, scientists, and dreamers alike. But now, in the 21st century, we stand on the brink of a new era in space exploration. The question on everyone's mind is, are humans about to colonize the moon? Our journey through this fascinating topic begins in the mid-20th century, during the height of the space race. In 1959, the Soviet Union's Luna 2 became the first spacecraft to reach the moon's surface. This achievement was quickly followed by a series of unmanned missions from both the Soviet Union and the United States, each pushing the boundaries of what was possible in space exploration. The crowning achievement of this era came on July 20th, 1969, when Apollo 11 astronauts Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin became the first humans to set foot on the lunar surface. Between 1969 and 1972, NASA's Apollo program sent 6 successful missions to the moon, with a total of 12 astronauts walking on its surface. The last of these, Apollo 17, marked the end of an era. Since then, no human has set foot on the moon. But why did we stop going to the moon? The answer lies in a complex mix of political, economic, and technological factors. As the Cold War tensions eased and budgets tightened, the focus shifted to other priorities. The Space Shuttle program and the International Space Station became the new frontiers for human spaceflight. However, the moon never truly left our sights. In the early 21st century, a renewed interest in lunar exploration began to take hold. Various nations, including China, India, and Japan, launched successful robotic missions to the moon. These missions, such as China's Chang'e program and India's Chandrayaan missions, provided valuable data about the lunar surface and its potential resources, reigniting the world's fascination with our celestial neighbor. Now, we stand at the threshold of a new chapter in lunar exploration, led by NASA's ambitious Artemis program. Named after the twin sister of Apollo in Greek mythology, Artemis aims to land the first woman and the next man on the moon by 2025, establishing sustainable lunar exploration by the end of the decade. This program is not just about planting flags and leaving footprints. It's about establishing a sustainable presence on the moon, learning to live and work on another world, and preparing for even more ambitious missions to Mars and beyond. The Artemis program is a complex, multi-phase initiative that builds upon decades of space exploration experience. At its core are the Space Launch System, SLS, NASA's most powerful rocket ever built, and the Orion spacecraft, designed to carry astronauts to lunar orbit and back to Earth. A key component of the program is the Lunar Gateway, a small space station orbiting the moon that will serve as a staging point for both robotic and crewed exploration of the lunar surface. The Artemis program is divided into several ambitious missions, each building upon the achievements of the last. This stepwise approach allows NASA and its partners to test and refine technologies, procedures, and our understanding of long-duration space missions. Artemis 1, launched successfully on November 16, 2022, marked a triumphant return to lunar exploration. Artemis 1 tested critical systems, including the Space Launch System, SLS rocket, Orion's heat shield, navigation and life support systems, and communication capabilities in deep space. The mission concluded on December 11, 2022, with a successful splashdown in the Pacific Ocean, paving the way for crewed missions to follow. Building on this success, Artemis 2 is scheduled for September 2025. This will be the first crewed mission of the program, taking 4 astronauts on a lunar flyby. The mission will last approximately 10 days and will send humans farther into space than ever before. The crew, consisting of 3 Americans and 1 Canadian, will test Orion's life support systems and validate procedures for future long-duration missions. As of April 2024, the Orion spacecraft for this mission is undergoing rigorous testing, while the European service module has already been delivered to NASA. The much-anticipated Artemis 3, planned for September 2026, aims to land astronauts on the lunar surface, including the first woman and the next man to walk on the moon. This mission will utilize the Human Landing System, HLS, currently being developed by SpaceX. The HLS, a variant of the Starship spacecraft, will transport astronauts from lunar orbit to the surface and back. In February 2024, NASA completed full qualification testing of the docking systems for the Starship HLS, marking a significant milestone in its development. Artemis 3 will focus on the lunar South Pole, a region of great scientific interest due to the potential presence of water ice in permanently shadowed craters. The mission is expected to last about 30 days, with astronauts spending approximately a week on the lunar surface. During this time, they will conduct unprecedented scientific research, test new technologies, and lay the groundwork for future extended stays. Subsequent missions will build upon these initial achievements, focusing on establishing a permanent presence on the Moon. Artemis 4, scheduled for 2028, will deliver the International Habitation Module, IHAB, to the Lunar Gateway, a small space station in lunar orbit that will serve as a staging point for both surface missions and deep space exploration. Artemis 5, planned for 2030, will continue lunar surface exploration and further expand the Gateway. This mission is expected to deliver 2 new elements to the Gateway and will utilize a new lunar lander, possibly from a different provider than the initial HLS, to promote competition and innovation in lunar transportation systems. Looking beyond Artemis 5, NASA envisions regular missions to the Moon, gradually building up capabilities for extended lunar stays. Plans include the development of a lunar base camp, likely near the South Pole, which will serve as a hub for scientific research, technology demonstration, and resource utilization experiments. The Artemis program represents more than just a return to the Moon. It's a bold step towards becoming a truly spacefaring civilization, opening up the solar system for exploration, scientific discovery, and potentially future human settlement. As we progress through these missions, each more ambitious than the last, we're not just reaching for the Moon, we're reaching for the stars. One of the most exciting aspects of this new space age is the level of international collaboration and commercial involvement. The Artemis program, while led by NASA, involves partnerships with space agencies from around the world, including the European Space Agency, the Canadian Space Agency, and the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. These international partners are contributing crucial components to the mission, such as the European Service Module for the Orion spacecraft. On the commercial front, NASA has embraced a new model of public-private partnerships. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and Dynetics are competing to develop the Human Landing System that will take astronauts from lunar orbit to the surface. This collaborative approach not only shares the costs and risks of space exploration, but also fosters innovation and accelerates progress. It's a far cry from the Cold War space race, demonstrating how space exploration can be a unifying force for humanity. While the prospect of returning to the Moon is exciting, establishing a permanent human presence there poses significant challenges. Radiation exposure, extreme temperature fluctuations, the abrasive lunar dust, and the need for careful resource management are just a few of the hurdles we must overcome. The psychological impact of long-term isolation and confinement in the harsh lunar environment, as well as the effects of low gravity on the human body, are also major concerns. Despite these challenges, the Moon offers tantalizing possibilities. One of the most exciting prospects is the presence of water ice in permanently shadowed craters near the lunar poles. This discovery could be a game-changer for lunar exploration and potential colonization. Water on the Moon is valuable not just for life support, but also as a potential source of rocket fuel and radiation shielding. Beyond water, the Moon's regolith contains valuable resources like helium-3, which could potentially be used in future fusion reactors. The Moon could also serve as a platform for scientific research, including radio astronomy on the far side of the Moon, shielded from Earth's radio interference. These possibilities make the idea of lunar colonization not just a dream, but a potential economic and scientific boon. As we've explored in this journey through space and time, the question, are humans about to colonize the Moon, doesn't have a simple yes or no answer. What we can say is that we're closer than ever to establishing a permanent human presence on our celestial neighbor. The Artemis program, along with international collaborations and commercial partnerships, is paving the way for a new era of lunar exploration. The challenges are significant, but so are the potential rewards. Our return to the Moon is just the beginning. It's a crucial step in our larger journey to Mars and beyond, a testament to human curiosity and our unyielding desire to explore the unknown. As we look to the future, we can imagine a time when seeing the Earth rise over the lunar landscape isn't just the privilege of a few astronauts, but a possibility for many. A time when scientists work in lunar laboratories, when miners extract valuable resources from the lunar soil, and when tourists gaze in wonder at the blue marble of Earth suspended in the black void of space. The journey won't be easy. It will require sustained effort, international cooperation, and significant investment. But as we've seen throughout history, when humanity sets its sights on a goal, remarkable things can happen. So, are we about to colonize the Moon? Perhaps the better question is, are we ready to take the next giant leap? As we stand on the brink of this new space age, the answer seems to be a resounding yes. The future is lunar, and it's closer than we think. In the words of the great science fiction author Arthur C. Clarke, the only way of discovering the limits of the possible is to venture a little way past them into the impossible. As we reach for the Moon once again, we're doing just that, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and writing the next chapter in the grand adventure of space exploration. Love all things space? Why not check out our stellar galaxy projector? Spend a night relaxing under the night sky, exclusively available at cosmoglowstore.com. And if you enjoyed this cosmic journey, why not join our community of space enthusiasts? Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things astronomy and space science. Don't forget to ring the notification bell too, so you never miss an update.